So, he's dead, right?
Of course he's dead, Penny. Has a fucking bullet in his head, for crying out loud.
And you came up with all that from a coffee stain.
Well, what can I say? I saw the coffee stain a while back, got stuck in my head, and I wrote the thing.
It's in the glove box.
Can you change the song?
I like the song.
I like it too, but it hurts.
Well, it's a sad song, Ben. That's the point.
Okay, point accomplished. Now can you change the fucking song?
Whatever, Ben. So, you wrote 300 pages out of a spilled cappuccino.
That's what I do, Penny. I write. Business as usual.
That's all you do, Ben, and even so you're broke. I mean, your house is smaller than the kitchen of your old house. If you could just meet somebody.
That's enough.
All I'm saying, Ben,
Enough.
is Ben, you are a brilliant person, and brilliance hates happiness, I know.
No, it's not brilliance that hates happiness, Penny. It's ignorance that loves it. Happiness, it's
meaning, Ben.
It's a fucking coffee stain from an overpriced cappuccino. If you're ignorant, you just let it be, hide it under a blanket and act like it was never there. And if you're not, you're too busy asking questions about the fucking essence of the coffee stain and the coffee beans and the little African kids collecting them, that you get angry at the fucking coffee stain.
Or if you're you fantasize about a dead man lying on the back seat.
Fuck me.
Something very wrong with you.
There's something about the song.
Why don't you write a book about it too, Ben?
She loved the song. And it's about absence. And what hurts is I can barely stand listening to it anymore. Okay, you can park on the side, we're here.
But we're in the middle of nowhere.
Well, it is in the middle of nowhere. What did you expect? Come on out, it's not that cold.
Are you kidding me? It's fucking freezing out here.
The universe would have frozen death, Penny. I think you can handle it.
I remember this place.
You do?
Yeah. I used to have a hiding place somewhere near here.
Hiding place.
For hide and seek.
Hide and seek, right. Do you remember where it is? The hiding place?
No, not really. I haven't been here in forever, so I don't.
I remember mine.
Yeah?
Yeah. I come here all the time.
Where was it?
I had dozens. One was behind the tree. Thick tree, thin bent. Did the trick.
Then, why you come here all the time? For Dad?
Well, not just Dad. For all of them.
All of them? Isn't it just Dad?
It depends.
Seriously, you're starting to freak me out.
I like to think.
Go on, you like to think what?
Everything I write belongs to a parallel universe, which resembles our own, like a sci-fi movie. I like to think I'm the connection between these two, like a portal to a different place, created by my mind and shaped by my thoughts.
That's nice, I guess.
Well, I've created hundreds of characters and killed just as many. The little bird here, I mean, you know, not literally, there would be.
And how many of them are dead, Ben?
All of them. sooner or later.
So, broke and burying imaginary people. Characters can be everything you live for, Ben.
Well, I don't really need that many things, you know.
You used to.
Yeah, I used to. The past is dead too, Penny. What?
I just remembered. Do you remember the time the dad stepped on the dog? What was its name?
I don't remember. The poor dog almost died.
Come on, I was just shocked. If I had to give it an adrenaline shot, but...
I couldn't even walk for a week. That felt so bad. It all feels so far away.
You let it go too far away, Ben. It must feel like a dream to you.
Well, I never got far from Dad. I was always there.
Dad was the only thing that kept you connected, Ben, and he's been gone for a year now, and somehow you managed to vanish for what felt like a millennium.
I don't vanish, Penny. Okay? I don't get lost. I'm simply nowhere. I just decide when to be absent. And being absent is tempting. There it is.
I remember this place. We used to have our picnic here, right? Same spot every month.
I know.
Did you always buy Dad beer?
I never got to. He never let me pay.
Well, you get to now.
Yeah.
Want you open hours as well?
Can I ask you something, Penny?
What?
Can you control memories?
What do you mean?
Like the picnic. Or hide and seek. Dad's death. Can you decide whether you're going to remember something or not?
Isn't that something that happens to someone after immense trauma? I think I read about that in college, haven't I?
Not sure you did. So can you?
Why would I want to?
I wish I could. I wish I could control anything.
But you can't control many things, Ben. You just can't control who comes and who goes.
I can't control who is and who's not. I don't care if they come and go. All I care is if they are. And they're no Penny. No one is.
For fuck's sake, Ben, stop tormenting your brain, okay? Nothing is anything. What you see, what you touch, what you do, it's all that matters. And when you can't do either of those things, then there's no fucking point in what you can do.
There is great point in all I do. It's surviving.
Is it surviving, Ben?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
How long has it been since the last time you had a conversation?
No time. I'm having one right now.
I mean, before today, Ben.
I don't know.
You don't know. You don't know.
I don't care.
You don't fucking care.
No, I don't care.
What's the fucking point, Ben? What are you waiting for? Her? She's not coming, Ben, okay?
You say fuck a lot.
What?
You still say fuck a lot.
Can you fucking see her, Ben? Talk to her, do anything at all with her?
Yeah, I can see her.
Ben, it's been a long time, okay? Life isn't fair, but you must learn to live with it.
It's not fair. It's not fair, really. Hey, Dad. What do you say? Do you agree with Penny here? How about you, my love? Do you agree? Is life just plain unfair?
Ben!
Any of you!
Ben! Stop!
Wanna share your thoughts? Fucking talk to me!
Stop! Stop!
I'm okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm okay.
I know that you love her, Ben, I do.
It's more. It's all these things that just pass by me.
They're just fleeting.
They fade out in the distance. Like a train I missed. And then all these things. Things that I didn't miss. Or caught. Things I just can't have. Some things, Penny, they never wash away. They stay on me, like stains.
Come on, let's go to death.
I'm sorry, Dad. I'll buy you another one sometime.
I don't think he's mad.
He's not. He never got mad at me.
Well, of course, we're his favorite.
That's not true. He didn't have a favorite pen.
I was joking.
So simple. Always at peace.
You resemble Dad, you know.
In what way?
You keep too much of you in and let too little of you out. Like your pain. Is it pain, Ben?
Is what pain?
The reason you close yourself to yourself.
No, it's not pain.
Then what is it?
Numbness. I can stand it all, but love nothing. I always gave myself to things, you know. I got obsessed with them. Songs, movies, people, cities. I lost myself in them. Remember my reaction when we finally saw that Tsitampani?
Star Wars.
Star Wars. I lost myself in her too. I did it all with her. Traveled, felt, saw.
And with Dad.
And with Dad. You know, with parents it's not the same.
In what way?
I lived my whole childhood with Dad. He made me who I am. Movie finished. Credits rolled. I never got to watch the whole thing with her. I got stuck in a loop. A never-ending cliffhanger.
Well, sometimes stories end that way, I guess, and sometimes it's better. You always love sad endings, remember?
No, Pen. No one loves sad endings. It's a lie. Only in stories and poems, maybe. Only because in them I funnel sadness and try to recreate it with words. But life is here. Look around. It's all here. It always was. Trees and ground and graves. There's nothing to funnel or recreate. It's all there is, and I can't seem to feel it anymore. I can't seem to care. There's no point.
You create your point, Ben. It's not waiting for you somewhere.
She's waiting for me.
You created when you wrote your first book, when you first got, we started when you traveled, felt, and saw. The meaning, Ben, is to make things mean something.
You know what, Penny? She believed in things, okay? She believed in things greater than the leaves and the tombstone and the fucking coffee stain in the fucking car parked out on the road. And I was always in love with her. Every minute of every hour of every day. And that made me believe as well. Sometimes. That's your meaning. That's your fucking point, Penny. And even then it's...
Sometimes.
But she died. Not much to believe in there. And me, I needed something. Not family or friends or songs or whatever. I needed something greater than the tombstone. And the coffee stain, something real. Something to fall in love with, not someone.
So what, you became a ghost? That's what you fell in love with? Not existing enough nor to feel pain?
No. I just fell in love with my stories. My mind, my sanity. These are the enemies in the end, Penny. That's the Great War.
Great War.
I gave birth to things, you know. I raised them. I watched them grow and decay and die, and I figured this truth. In truth, no one, not even those smart guys over the holy books, could ever figure out. That you can't become God, only if you create something first. Something you can control and shape. And destroy.
So you're God now, Ben. This is what you do now. This is your creation.
I'm God now. I got swallowed. That's what happens when you stop trying to differentiate yourself from your stories.
You shouldn't have to try.
Maybe. Maybe. In the end, though, guess what? I didn't kill myself. Would you look at that, sister? Instead, I let this world I had no interest in slip out of my hands like grains of sand. I let my world in. I lived with all these figments of my imagination for days on end. It was almost an out-of-body experience, you know. I wrote and wrote, and I felt like I was being rewritten again and again. I lost you, Penny.
And I liked it. I made memories out of thin air and I was peaceful. That's my masterpiece. Me going crazy, alone. Not writing fucking mystery books. Lies. Means to an end. Empty art.
I feel like you don't realize you're talking to me.
What are you talking about?
Your words. They're frozen. All of this, Ben. All this tragedy. All because of her. Because that's reality, Ben. It happens to everybody. It happened to me, it happened to you.
Don't talk to me about reality, Penny. Just don't. It's not fucking reality. Don't give names to things that make no sense, Penny. You know what happens? We create a moral code. We create law and art and religion, and not one of those abstract, abnormal concepts can even come close to explaining this terrible comedy that this so-called reality is. I don't like this, Penny. I don't like any of it. I wish...
What?
Play the other one. I don't like this one.
You wish?
Nothing, Penny.
Well, you know what, Ben? You can't have a world with no tragedy unless you don't have a world.
Oh, I have a world with no tragedy, Penny. It's all mine.
You really believe that this is not a tragedy, don't you?
Well, it's not a tragedy until someone calls it a tragedy. Will you?
Have you lived in your stories your whole life, but also be a non-tragedy, Ben?
Oh, don't go there. Don't go there. You're better than that. Don't go all life's worth of pain on me. I hit the fucking ceiling, Penny. You would have hit it someday too, trust me. And when that time comes, you need someone to pick you up. And I couldn't find anyone. Darkness. Just darkness.
I hate it.
Do you know what the people who read my books think? Have you heard? No, you haven't heard.
No.
Are you sure you haven't heard? Of course you do, Penny. Of course you do. Do tell.
That you're a junkie.
Well, they're not completely wrong now, are they? They love all these stories of me being an addict or schizophrenic or anything else. Because all dark artists are cool.
You let them there though, so don't blame them, blame yourself.
Of course I blame them. I blame us all, Penny. We're all on death row, looking for a way out. And art's a good excuse, but not good enough. You know what? You think I'm a walking tragedy, a miserable man, but that's your side of the truth. That's my mirroring on you. People think I'm this dark mystery author on drugs. I think I'm the abstract figment of the imagination of a married man who loved words. After all, I'm nothing. A collection of perceptions of the same thing. We're talking of what have become like this objective truth. Nothing is anything until you point at it. Do you see the man holding the guitar? Do you see the man holding the guitar? Do you see him?
Stop.
Do you see the man holding the guitar?
Stop, Ben! How many people are buried here, Ben?
Dad.
No, you said they're all buried here, so how many?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I think you do know.
Maybe thousands.
And how many died after Sarah?
Thousands.
And why did you kill them?
Because I'm God.
Tell them.
Them tell them what?
Tell them the stories. Tell them about the real you.
What are you talking about?
You won, Ben. Isn't that what you wanted? Isn't that why you brought me here? Let them point.
An old man lived in a small village between two tall mountains. He lived in a large mansion with tens of rooms, all alone. The villagers all had heard of many stories about him, about who he used to be, about everyone he had lost. So it seemed like he had been living in the village between the mountains longer than anyone else. And still no one even knew his name. He would wake up every day. Before the sun was up in the sky, he would wear an old expensive black suit and walk to the village center. No one really knew exactly what time he would get there, since he would be there already whenever they woke up. So the old man, he would walk to the center when it was still dark and sit on an old wooden bench, engraved with names of young couples and friends, and talk. And even if you were there, you couldn't be sure if he was talking to himself or to someone who wasn't there, just sharing stories of his youth. The villagers all had gotten used to it, and no one would interrupt him anymore. They would all just pass him by, sitting on the bench as if the bench was empty. But every now and then, a newcomer would come to the village, a student traveling maybe, or a tired businessman trying to find some peace. And the newcomers, they would always see the old man, early in the morning or when the moon was shining, and they would approach him. And he wouldn't even look at them. He just kept talking. And the newcomers, they would ask him something like, "Who are you talking to?" And the old man, he would stop talking and take a moment to think of his answer thoroughly. He would look at the kids playing in the square, and at the old folks in the taverns playing chess, and at the two tall mountains. And finally, he would look at the newcomers straight in the eye and always say, "Who's crazy? The one who's talking to himself, or the one who listens? Who's crazy? Do you see the man holding the guitar? Do you see the detective who almost drank himself to death, waiting at the bar for his dead co-worker to arrive after losing him at the hands of a serial killer he never got to find? Do you see the politician who gave speeches to crowds that filled up city squares but couldn't begin to handle the empty clothes and the empty bedroom? Do you see the musician who wrote his darkest masterpieces, trying to give life to a ghost that refused to haunt him? Do you see the journalist who let loss and defeat drive him to the darkest of rooms, filled with alcohol and drugs, with pairs of eyes looking at him, warming him up with lies? Or do you see the widow who crafted a future out of memories that never took place, voices that were never there, stories that no one ever spoke of or heard of? And finally, found peace. Do you see her?